Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Is this why people think Halloween's a bad series?
Partly.
Is it really that bad?
Yes.
Why do this episode?
If I had to suffer, so do they.
All this and more on Gory Story Time.
Warning. Gory Story Time is a horror movie review show by a son and his dad who thought that letting his 5-year-old watch scary movies was acceptable. If you are offended by horror or talk about blood and gore by a child, or if you don't want horror movies from the 60s through today spoiled, then there is a remote stuck in your couch cushion next to potato chip crumbs. Use it. And of course, parental discretion is advised.
Why? You didn't use any.
Shut up and start the show.
Welcome to Gory Story Time. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and his father, Craig. And because we hadn't got to them all, we decided we're going to do...
Hadn't seen them all.
Hadn't seen them all. You definitely hadn't, and I hadn't seen this one either. So
Yeah. So this was new for us.
Halloween 5. Last year we did 4, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if we... Did we do it for Halloween?
Probably.
I think so. Anyway,
One thing I can say is
we're not going to do
was
6 until a year from now.
wicked excited. I was absolutely wicked excited because I just love Michael Myers. I can't get enough of Michael Myers. He's so cool.
Yeah. There's, we figured out 13 of them, and 7 are straight up hated.
Like, they're considered bad.
And the ones that are considered bad so far, I tend to agree, except for 3. A lot of people hate 3.
People hate 3 because it's not Michael Myers. And I get it in one way, and I don't in another, where it's like, just call it Halloween Season of the Witch. It's not Halloween 3, because 1 and 2 were a story. This is a new thing.
Then 4 was going to be its own story. 5.
Yeah, I don't think they should number them if they're not related.
But they are, because it's an anthology series. That's like saying Tales from the Crypt and then the episode name, you know? That's what they were going for.
Either way, they didn't go with that.
No.
And
because
they made
people
this movie instead.
But this one don't have the guy I thought of.
Yeah, this is what you get.
This is what happens when they bring back that guy.
Another time.
Against everybody's will.
Yeah. Oh, in case you didn't know, we're talking about Halloween 5.
Yeah, we didn't actually say that, did we?
The Revenge of Michael Myers.
Which is...
As you can tell from the poster, because that looks like Michael Myers.
All right. So the basic premise of this movie is 4 ends, and he's still running around, and then...
No. So remember at the end of 4, when they shot him with every bullet that has ever existed?
Yeah, and then he's running around.
No, he falls.
Right. And then this movie picks up where he falls, and then gets up and runs around, goes to someone's house, tries to strangle him, passes
and then,
out.
Like, lays in his cot.
And then it says 1 year later, and then he rises from the cot in this guy's house. So he breaks into this guy's house, tries to kill him, and a year later...
The dude's still taking care of him, nursing him back to health.
You know who I don't take care of? The guy who broke into my house, tried to end me.
Yeah, so this is where the movie starts.
Yeah. They're like, hey, everything you saw at the end of the last one where he's gone? Nope.
And while they are still related now, he's still after his cousin.
Yeah, he's after his cousin. It's the only other movie with her in it, right? Jamie, the character.
I don't know. She might be in 6.
No, I thought you looked it up and it said she.
Well, it said
she
the
was
actress
known
was in
for
6.
it. No, it didn't. It said she was.
Okay.
You said that it said she was in 4, 5, and other movies. You listed other stuff. She was known for Halloween 4 and 5, and then other stuff. That's what you said reading it to
Then
me.
I lied to you.
Well,
right? She's in 6.
I don't know. I know Paul Rudd's in 6, so you're looking forward to that.
Even after this.
Which is sad because people think that one's worse than this one is.
I mean, I'm not going to give away my opinion on this movie.
I am.
Not this early. No, I'm hiding it.
The opening questions made it pretty obvious.
So anyway, yeah. And then he wakes up in that guy's house, and now he's back, and he's doing killing
Except
again.
then he gets brought back to the mental hospital, which also makes no sense. A year later, he wakes up, kills the guy.
And turns himself in? This is a...
It's not
This is a
written well.
reformed Michael Myers.
It's not written well. But that's basically the premise, and then he's trying to get to his little...
Oh, yeah, I remember he went back to the hospital so that they can make him escape again.
Every time they go to transfer him from one place to another, he escapes.
It's like he was
Leave
already
him
out.
there.
Don't write him back.
Leave him there.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's roll the trailer so that we can stop having to think about it ourselves.
Sheriff? They want you down at the cemetery.
Today in the cemetery, somebody dug up a coffin. It was a coffin of a 9-year-old girl. You've come back to us, Michael.
When are they going to realize that she is not him? She's just a child.
They know that Michael Myers is her uncle, and that she attacks her stepmother. That's why they fear her, especially on Halloween. You're afraid. You're afraid the whole thing might start to happen again. How many people did he kill last year? Have you forgotten? But you never looked into his face, did you? You never saw his eyes. You never saw that nothing, no expression, blank. My memory goes back 12 years. I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him. Michael Myers is outside.
The National Guard will take him to a maximum security facility, where he'll stay till the day he dies.
Never die.
Halloween 5? I thought this was the revenge of Michael Myers.
All right. Now, before we get into having to discuss the behind-the-scenes information that we couldn't have cared less this time, we like it when it's movies
The
we
part
like.
that we've all been waiting for,
The
not
commercials.
this movie.
The things where we try to sell you stuff that really exists. And I certainly didn't make up this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. These are real.
Gory Story Time is brought to you by Knock It Off, the game where you pitch ideas for stories, TV shows, and films, and then you keep adding ideas as sequels until the other players tell you to knock it off. Whoever gets the most sequels listed before being told to knock it off wins. It's hours of fun and teaches you how to stretch an idea so thin that people will hate the original idea that they used to love. Knock it off, because someone needs to step in and say it.
Wow, at least it's not Chucky this week.
No.
Oh, this is our Halloween episode, in case we didn't say that.
Oh, and by the way, we're uploading old episodes. So if you're watching this and you want to see like ones when he was 13, I've been uploading them.
It's been a while since I was 13.
Days. It's true.
And by the Loomis Group. The Loomis Group is a group of psychiatrists.
There we go.
Who don't try to fix anything. Instead, they spend years calling you evil and telling everyone that will listen that they need to put you down like a rabid dog. When not doing that, psychiatrists for the Loomis group will find young children related to you and basically scare the living hell out of them, telling them that you're going to kill them. And don't worry, if you're not actually the type to do those things, they will still shoot you many, many times. The Loomis group, because even evil needs a psychiatrist.
Apparently not a good one.
That's the prequel on how Loomis went nuts.
All right. No, that was describing him in this movie. I mean, that was a real thing that you can purchase.
I'm coming up with a sequel idea. It's a prequel of him going into college.
Anyway, let's get into the behind-the-scenes information, or as Jason likes to call it, the meat and beef of the show.
Or as I like to call it, the meat and beef of the show.
Speaking of beef, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I didn't.
Please don't.
I won't. You want to go first? You want me to?
Sure. Donald Pleasance was very vocal about his dissatisfaction.
Dissatisfaction.
Oh, dissatisfaction. Oh, I said it wrong both times. With the story and with the way director Dominique Othernen Gerard was trying to get him to play Dr. Loomis as totally heavy and overbearing. Pleasance also felt that the box office success and the shock ending of 4 was not being capitalized on.
True. After filming for 2 weeks, Donald Pleasance gave him his much bigger trailer to Danielle Harris once he left the set. Harris's mother had been complaining about the small size of her daughter's trailer. Pleasance decided she should have his.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Despite the subtitle The Revenge of Michael Myers, which appears on all the movie covers and posters, it does not appear in the actual film. It only says Halloween 5. And in the trailer, it said that.
The scene where Michael Myers drives a car while wearing a different mask was scripted to have him wearing a Ronald Reagan mask. However, the idea of a Reagan mask was soon rejected in order to keep the film devoid of political subtext.
This is the lowest grossing film in the entire series, according to Box Office Mojo. It only made $11.5 million with the budget of $5.5 million.
So it still made money, but just not as much. Don Shanks was originally set to wear the same mask that George P. Wilbur had worn in Halloween 4 in order to retain consistency between the movies. The mask didn't fit, so a new one was made. And then you complained the whole time, this mask is stupid looking.
Yeah. Okay. When Dr. Loomis is shouting or yelling at Michael in the woods, Donald Pleasance requested that Don Shanks stand in the woods because Pleasance didn't want to shout at nothing, which Shanks agreed to.
As part of the opening, an alternate scene was shot but never used, showing a man who finds Michael Myers' body and removes his mask, staring at it weirdly. The filming of the scene can be seen in the documentary Inside Halloween 5. Boy, that sounds like a fun watch.
Yeah. The house that Michael returns to when recreating the hairbrushing scene is not the same house design as the Myers house in the first Halloween movie.
Donald Pleasance had disagreements with Akkad and Othernen Gerard, citing that Jamie should be portrayed as all evil after stabbing her stepmother. Akkad disagreed, thinking fans wanted to see more of the Shape. In an interview, Danielle Harris explained that she thought of the idea. The way Halloween 4 ended, I thought I was going to be the killer. I thought it would have been fun to come back as the killer or Michael's sidekick. Scary but fun. I don't think sidekick would have worked, but I mean, that was the original plan, was her to take over.
I mean, they tried the sidekick thing in a new one, and it didn't work.
I would have preferred.
K&B Effects had designed grotesque facial makeup for Michael Myers unmasking toward the end of the film. The producers told them to do so as an option, either showing Michael's badly scarred face or keep it in the dark. They went with the latter.
Footage was added to the beginning of the movie from that previously used near the ending of Halloween 4 to show Michael had actually fallen down a nearby mine shaft and wasn't just swallowed by the ground. So that wasn't new footage. So we actually were like, oh, they're trying to change the ending now. Well, it was actually footage that was meant to be in 4. That helps, but not enough.
Right. Shanks did all his own stunts in the film, including swimming in 30-degree water and crashing a car into a tree at 30 miles an hour and narrowly escaping the fire that ensued.
Well, that's fun.
Crashed at 30 miles an hour on purpose, for real.
The poster shows Jamie Lloyd in her clown costume from Halloween 4, despite the fact she's wearing a princess costume this entire film. So dumb.
Yeah. Unable to find a small Victorian house like the Myers house in Halloween 78, the filmmakers chose a bigger, more mansion-like house because they needed a house that could provide wide rooms, hallways, an attic, a basement, and a laundry chute.
Yeah, stop changing the actors who play him so he's different sizes and different masks, and stop changing the house.
It's like you didn't
need
a laundry chute.
They made sure it was the same house every time.
Was it a laundry chute in the first one? No? Then they didn't need a laundry chute.
Anyway, Donald Pleasance's scenes were shot first in the first 2 weeks of filming because he had another film commitment immediately after.
The laundry chute scene was filmed in 30 different sections of the laundry chute. Some were full props, others were positioned horizontally to run the camera through on a dolly, and others were various sections that had cut out portions for filming. Although the scene was very complex, it was all shot in one night.
This is the last film in the series that featured a pumpkin during the opening credits until Halloween in 2018.
Yeah. The old hermit from the opening scene was originally scripted as a younger man named Dr. Death, who had a fascination with the occult. His shack was supposed to be filled with ancient runes and tablets, and he attempted to bring Michael back to life after finding him. The scene was filmed and can be seen inside Halloween 5.
When Jamie starts sensing Michael near Billy, Dr. Loomis is walking in the hallway. The sign tattooed on Michael's wrist and the man in black can be seen on the wall behind Loomis. Yeah, we'll get into that guy, I guess, a little bit. But, all right, what was... Rotten Tomatoes
exists, yes. And
I'm not going to explain it. Y'all know by now. Rotten Tomatoes, the critics' average score is... 12% positive. And the people have it at 3 times as high, 36.
Yeah.
Too high, by the way.
Quite a bit.
12 might be pushing the top echelon of where it belongs.
Maybe.
All right. What would you say is your favorite scene, since we did not like this movie? Or favorite thing?
Favorite thing in this movie? I mean, like, I guess it sticks to the bad idea that people get about horror movies in general, that they're just sloppy movies put together with a bunch of different scenes happening.
Thing?
Well, no. What did I like about this movie?
That's what I'm asking you. That's what you're supposed to be saying.
This movie... the part at the beginning where they shot him.
Oh, you mean the end of the first one?
Yeah.
Or the fourth one, I mean?
Yeah.
That's the best thing you could think of?
I can't think of anything good in this movie.
Yeah. The best thing about this movie, and I haven't said this in a while, and it's not even meant as a joke, was when we were finally done with it. We were watching it. We were, enjoying it to the best of our ability. Being from Vermont, certain things are legal that enhance movie viewing. I'll just put it that way. And not helpful enough.
No.
40 minutes left. I said, can we stop watching this? And he said, yes, I would rather go to sleep now. And we pushed ourselves to watch it the next morning.
For you. So
that we could review
Go watch it.
It was... I watched the Mickey Mouse horror movie, Mousetrap, and didn't have the urge to shut it off. And it was not good. We'll get to that someday.
We'll have to.
It was not good. And I will tell you, I didn't have to shut it off. This, I was like, please, can we stop watching this?
I conceded. I conceded and said yes.
Conceded nothing. You were excited I offered.
Basically. I'd been thinking about
it since the first
scene. What was your
least favorite thing?
Oh, my goodness. Only one?
Yes.
I guess that guy's stupid face and how it didn't fit in the mask. I mean, I did constantly be complaining about it.
You complained about the new mask a lot, yeah.
It's like, this is Michael Myers.
I'm going to say my least favorite thing. Boy, there's so many things to pick from.
While we were watching it.
Okay. I watched an entire Halloween movie, and none of the kills stick out. Even in the bad Jason movies, like Jason X, there's some cool kills that you remember.
He's in the hologram and he's hacking
or
and
when
slashing.
those things built his metal.
Yeah.
Like there was cool stuff. There wasn't a single like. I don't remember the kills. I know that there was some. That's how generic and bland they were. That I watched it and went.
Oh, and you know what? The fact that was reused footage of something that they were supposed to shoot or put in the last one was the scene where he was getting shot at the beginning. In my head, I'm like, why would he have changed masks partway through the movie? And I complained that his mask was suddenly different. Yeah.
Because it was old footage.
Because it was old footage with the old guy with the real mask.
Yeah. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to rate this movie?
I'm going to give this movie a 2. All right, and that's rounding up.
Yeah, like...
This movie was terrible.
I'm going to go with a 1 because it's not as bad as, like, we've had, like, 1 or 2 0. At least the deathbed, the bed that eats.
No, we didn't give that a 0.
No?
No.
Should have.
Well, go watch that instead.
No. You want to watch something better? Watch anything the hell else. Yeah, I'm going 1. Like
yeah,
it's just,
1, 2. That's where we are.
So bad.
It's not good. Watch it.
Anything else you have to say?
No.
All right, then you know
the stuff.
The stuff.
This you can watch this show on Fact TV channel 1082 Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m.
You can like us on Facebook, and by us I mean Gory Story Time has a page that I've got to start updating more often now that I'm doing more
outreach
stuff for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got thousands there, and most of them don't subscribe. It'd be nice if they subscribe to the YouTube, but anyway. And also Fact TV, like and subscribe or like and follow there.
Yeah. You can go to factdate.com, watch a bunch of the back episodes of this, as well as many other things in general.
You can follow us on X, used to be Twitter. I'm at Craig Jakes, all one word, all lowercase.
I'm at Jiggly Furbraid. I only tweet things that he says that I find funny in or out of context. I haven't tweeted in a while.
And just go to YouTube, type in Gory Story Time, and 2 things will come up. You'll see the Gory Story Time page. Please like and ring the notification bell and subscribe and all that. Comment, whatever. But also go to Fact TV, which is the other one that'll pop up, and give them a like and subscribe.
Yeah. And until next time.
Yeah, next week we're going to upload an older episode that's not on YouTube.
Because this is our Halloween episode.
It's going to be his wedding anniversary, the day we record.
I'm not going to be recording that day.
Right. So,
until the next movie, I've been your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig, and
sweet dreams.